The first date can be one of the scariest things many people don't want to face in their life. Yet at one point or another, you have to be here. So what scares most about the first date? Is it the fact that you are meeting a total stranger? Or you are wondering which is this magic word you will say to her that will make her your girlfriend instantly? The reality is that most of us go to the first date, or any date for that matter, with more fears than expectations. But should it be the case? I feel it should be different. And I want to share my experiences with you step by step so that when you plan for your next date you are more confident than scared. You ask yourself whether I was like you when I started, and the answer is a big yes. Maybe even worse than you are. I must have screwed up a ton of dates before getting the trick. I must have been rejected more than you on my very first dates. And in this article, I will share with you what works and what doesn't. Most of us, just like I was, go into a date with a lot of neediness. You have a lot of expectations, and all you wonder about is whether she will like you. You burden yourself so much that you don't even concentrate on the actual date. Guess what? You actually get rejected. And I can tell you for free, you deserve it. It is not your fault either though. What do you expect of someone who has been to 3 or 4 dates and have all led to rejection? When I go into a date, I am the boss, the interviewer. She is my guest. I expect her to impress me. That way I have taken the burden from myself and given it to her. It is her duty not to mess it up. Do you get how that changes your mindset? You become free and open to get to know her. You validate her and establish if she is the right person you want. Always remember that the boss is never tensed. They have to have confidence in their product. Otherwise, clients will not buy into their idea. Do not go into a date expecting to fail. If you do, then you have made a prophecy for yourself. Because you will definitely fail. Instead, be optimistic. Go with the mindset that if it does not work, then it does not bother you. And if it does, then it has to be by your playbook. There is no sympathy love. So, do not force your entire life story on her on the first date. That is a killer. Most people, however, do. They tell everything to the lady in the hope that it will convince her to fall for them. It never works. Instead, you are scaring her. Break your story into chapters. Engage her first and build the initial attraction. Leave her yearning for more. Put her in a position that she wants to learn more about you. Let her dream, imagine, meditate, and always look forward to reading the other chapters in the book called My Life. Avoid the usual boring conversation when on a date. Do not ask things like her schooling, how long she has lived here, her hobbies and her workplace. Every other guy asks her that. So what do you think will make you memorable when you have copy-pasted what thousands and thousands of men have been telling her since she was 14? Instead, make the conversation fun. Talk about things that will spark her attraction for you. Tell stories. Scare her if you have to. Let them feel the pain in the story. Allow them to relate with it. Every time, engage humor and cockiness in your conversation. That is irresistible. Do you know what that communicates to her? You are an interesting guy that she would want to be around for a very long time. That is amplified if she cannot predict what you will say next. She will keep wondering what is it she should expect next from you. That sets you apart from your competitors. Guess what? You always win. There is no game changer like teasing when on a date. Most men are scared to do so. They don't want to mess it up. In so doing, they end up actually messing it up. When you can tease the lady and leave her laughing every now and then, it puts you on a totally different level. It communicates that you are confident enough to enjoy yourself in a time she considers tense. Look for moments to tease her. There are so many. Start with how she has dressed, how she looks at you, whatever she orders, and more so what she is shy about. Just ensure that it comes out as gentle as it can and funny, of course. For example, tease her about how everybody is looking at your table because of the way her top is glittery. You even fear being robbed because they think you have money, when the reality is that you are feasting on borrowed money. Conclusion: the first date is not an interview. Use it as an opportunity to get to know the real her. Validate to find out if she is the kind of person you want. Keep it interesting and memorable. Avoid attraction killers like asking her if you two are a perfect match. That communicates that you are needy and you do not trust yourself. Remember that everybody else has been doing this, and you can only stand out if you do something that none of the guys she has gone on a date with have ever done.